Hello, Parvatiya. Sir, I first make a welcome address. Then regional director will speak. Then after you start. Yeah. Only 1 minute. Huh? Good morning to all. Welcome to this webinar on the role of youth in the development of the nation. Today is a very good day. The whole nation is celebrating National Youth Day. As part of this endeavor, we at the Iglu Regional Center Madurai has started this initiative to uh, deliver a webinar with the esteemed resource person, Professor Dr. Selvakumar. He is currently engaged with the Periyar Maniammai Institute of Science and Technology, one of the deemed university in Tanjavur and very famous institution also. He is with the Center for Political Sciences at this esteemed university, has very rich experience and has published so many articles on various traditional practices, especially the Tamil culture, and received several accolades, awards from the state governments, has authored several books and chapters also. He has so many credits with his biodata. If we speak, the biodata may be large, but due to time constraints, I restrict with this. I welcome our esteemed resource person, Professor Selvakumar, for this webinar. Before starting the webinar, our regional director would like to speak as a presidential address. Then after, you may deliver your sessions for the benefit of our students, staff members, and faculty members. Thank you so much.
Very good morning to all. Am I audible?
Audible, sir. Very good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. So it is an happiest occasion. We are happy to have you all on this very important celebrative webinar uh, commemorating the National Youth Day celebrations of the nation. And we extend special welcome to the renowned speaker on this day, Dr. K. Selvakumar, Assistant Professor of Periyar Maniyammai Institute of Science and Technology, Tanjavur, who has come, who has been kind enough to share his experience, his views through the topic role of youth in the development of the nation. Of course, he has been our academic counselor also. He is being our academic counselor for the session uh, Swamprapa, Tamil session, which we have been doing it for the last 1.5 years. He used to deliver his lectures on different topics pertaining to political administration and young youth development, etc. We all know the development of you can say world or society or the nation is in the hands of the younger generation. Human life is heavily depending on the generation after generation. What we have got, what we are enjoying, what we are leaving it for the future. That is the important thing which everybody should realize, particularly on the aspects of environmental maintenance, social heritage development, number of other matters. We know we are simulating what we have got from our uh, elders, earlier society, what we are trying to develop for the present comfortability, maybe for the convenience, etc. Even if you see the technological developments, particularly which is playing major role in the human development, which is a lot of progress. It is a contribution of individual contributions, you can say, and we are also trying to make a path to the future, how it should be, how it can be, what is our vision to have the future generation, etc. For which definitely the training of youth is very important. That is the reason that the government of India, Honorable Prime Minister, has initiated such kind of events, number of events, not only for the youth development, in so many other areas also. Indira Gandhi National Open University is always concerned about the youth development, and university has been offering the particular the certificate programs and diploma programs since its inception. It is even from the inception of this university. We have certificate in youth, diploma in youth development, collaborating with different other institutions also, and the course curriculum is excellent. If you see, the students who have completed from IGNOT, got trained in IGNO, have been uh, placed in different progressive institutions or even in the personal uh, social organizations also. So I'm very happy to review all these things on this special occasion, and it's an individual's responsibility to leave something for the future, to train the youth, whether it may be of our children or social society, etc. Then only uh, the gift, the natural gift, what has been given to us, will be used and will continuously be on benefit to the future also. So I'm very happy to have all our colleagues from a regional center, the followers of this webinar, and the expert. Definitely, it will be of much beneficial to all. Maybe of excellent to bring out some of the important uh, events of Swami Vivekananda. And I have been seeing the interest shown by our speaker in this area, because he has been in the WhatsApp group also. He used to send so many important, very interesting note of youth progressive development, etc. His interest, of course, I understand, is training the people in different competitive examinations, making them to IAS, IPS officers, that is UPSC examination, etc. So definitely, this session will be of much beneficial to all of you, as well as uh, the uh, the students, which for whom which we feel it is of paramount use beneficial to them. So with these few words, without making much of the time, I request Dr. Selvakumar to deliberate to have his session. Of course, the followers may be limited, but the session is going to be recorded, and which will be used by many of the people in this platform. Thank you, sir, and welcome.
Thank you, sir. Respected Senior Regional Director, Dr. Shanmugam, sir, and respected Dr. G. Anbadahan, Assistant Regional Director, the regional center staffs, and my IGNO students. Very good morning to all, everybody. I'm very happy to this morning. I meet for Indira Gandhi National Open University Regional Center, Madurai, to celebrate the webinar function, the National Youth Day. The role of youth in the development of the nation, this topic. This is a current topic. At present, our Honorable Prime Minister to addressing this youth day, youth. At the same time, our regional center conducting the celebration of the function. Today, Swami Vivekananda birthday. This is a youth day. My dear students, the 60% of Germany youth contribution to Germany victory in World War I because the youth. Our country was liberated from British opposition by Indian youth. India has the world largest the youth population. It has been the predictable that India will continue to have the world youngest population until at least 2030. According to United National Population Fund, the youth development is the biggest one of the resource. Who are the youth? The National Youth Policy of India defines youth as a individual aged between 15 and 29 years. India is in an advantageous positive over the other countries as the youth population will continue to social transformation and economical growth of the country. However, the world largest democracy yet trial in economic and social development. The place of residence of majority of Indian youth are rural areas, and with increase in age, the shift to urban areas for higher studies or job. In India, the majority role in education indirectly to the study center, highly percentage of the IGNO, the contribution of IGNO. The government should focus on strategic for effective governance to build a strong, prosperous and inclusive India to fulfill the growing aspirants of Indians youth. The role of youth is to provide fresh perspectives and energy to help drive economic development and social progress. The future leader of the country, they have a responsibility to contribute to making society better for everyone. In practical terms, this means getting involved in activities that create a positive change. This can involve volunteering, campaigning, or raising awareness on issue affecting the community, starting business or working on projects that improve infrastructures and service, and generally being active citizens who are about the improving the lives of those around them. The importance of the youth in economic development. There are number of ways in which the youth can contribution to economic development. Firstly, they can start their own business and create a job for themselves and others. Second, they can work hard to get good grades and secure high paying jobs in order to contribute to the economic through taxes and spending. Thirdly, they can volunteer their time and skills to help out in their communities. So it is important that we can invest in our young people and provide them with opportunities to learn, grow, and succeed. Young minds are imaginative and hardworking, which will help the country prosper. Youth can alter the country if can effective opportunities in numerous professions. In our society has pushed us into job in engineering or medicine. This could be due to family or social pressures. The young minds should be inspired to consider careers in the art or politics. Contribution of the youth in social development. It is said that the youth are the leaders of tomorrow, but the youth can also be the leader of today. The role of young people in social change is not limited to protest and politics. Young people are also increasingly playing important roles in civil society organization and social enterprise that are working to create a positive change in their communities. These organizations are often led by young people and are focused on issues that are important to young people, such as education, employment, and civics engagements. The involvement of young people in social change is essential to create a better future for all us. The challenges faced by the youth in the nation building. The youth often face many challenges that can impact their ability to contribute to the economic. Some of these challenges include lack of access to education and training in many developing countries. The youth do not have access to quality education and training. This limits their ability to get good jobs and practice effective in the workforce. High employment rates. Young people often face high unemployment rates, which can lead to infrastructures. The lack of opportunities. The lack of opportunities for the youth can be a major challenge. They may have the desire and motivation to work, but lack of opportunity to do so. The poverty. The poverty is another major challenge faced by the youth. Poverty limits their access to education, training, and job opportunities, and makes it difficult for, for them to escape the cycle of poverty. The fighting gender-based violation disadvantages youth. A large number of disadvantaged youth are deprived of education, health care, facilities, and struggle for survival, as most of them are unskilled. They are scheme for welfare of some section of the disadvantages youth, but most of them are unaware of such schemes. The regulating of social media at present. The social media, by making the accountable for not targeting youth as the consumer or potential consumer, is the goal of this strategy. In this way, the algorithm will be more graded towards adult rather than teenagers. Content filtering or safeguard adult content such as the gambling or other potential harmful, abuse, exploitative, or commercial motivated in the content should be the recommended or amicable on the platforms. Standards of ethics designs are needed. The concept outlined in these guidelines are aimed at helping technology business avoid and discourage digital distraction, while also emphasizing the need of human learning for ethical reason. Remember the digital gap in the India, especially in education. It is a vital to remember those from less advantageous background should not be penalized because of policy decision made in the name of youth protection. data location, the third party digital audits, strict data protection laws, and other form of government regulators are the all examples of the type of the regulation. The creative feature like autoplay session, push notification, and more significantly, creative goods and do not target kids. Parents, schools, and the general public all have a vital responsibility to play in ensuring that social media is used in a safe and appropriate manner. Use paternal control and limit screen time. Talk to your kids constantly about what they are up to and encourage outdoor activities. The relationship between the social media. The National Youth Policy 2014, the Indian National Youth Policy 2014 was launched to meet the requirements. In depth, the policy declaration explanation Government of India vision for community, the student community, the youth, particularly youth, and how we want to achieve it. The new National Youth Policy 2014 satisfy the need of the population youth 15 to 29. Unemployed, dropouts, group with social, moral shame, youth in violent conflicts, increased the youth. These include young women, youth from economically and socially disadvantaged countries, as well as youth bill importance. It defined the goal, 5 fundamentals. In 2010, objectives for youth development, each of highlighted priority areas. His policy recommendation, a policy intervention action plan will address concern of target and priority groups with equal changes for all national youth policy. So, the policy to build a nation, productivity, workforce, healthily, generation, a sense of community, duty, and strong social values. The empowering teenagers through marketable skills, education, sports and recreation, gender justice, community service, and local government participation. The youth are encouraged to approach their elected officials and the government if there is an issue. These are youth development index categories. My dear students, today in our India, all the government jobs conducted the competitive examination. The competitive examination, so many youth are participated. Actually, in Union Public Service Commission, Staff Selection Commission, Railway Board, and Professional Officer of Bank, and All India Engineering Service and Department Service and the government corporate companies, limited, so many areas we are competition to achieve the job. Actually, that youth to mainly to focus in the aim, imagination, the pleasing thinking, enthusiasm, and extra work. This is the objective of the competition. The subject of the subject. Every subject to plan to work. The long-term goal and short-term goal to prepare in the examination. The learning from the failure. You focusing in the concentration in the subject. The accepting nature of the study. He developed the tolerance in the human being. The both objective and subject is equal to the personality development in the youth. So, the self-control, the time management, self-confidence, communication skill, and leadership. In every subject to contribute to the IGNOU study materials, the IGNOU students are very focusing study in this academic performance. They are achieving in the competitor in the Union Public Service Commission or State Public Service Commissions. Now, throughout India, the IGNOU students are very much active and give the goal-oriented students and achieving the job-oriented students. My dear students, you are studying in the time how to study in the subject, the syllabus, the books, and lecturers, notes. We are achieving the 20%. Every day to prepare in the study is a 20%, totally in 40%. To study in the subject, to recall in the subject is a 20%, so totally 60%. Every week in the subject to review in the Sunday only in 20%, so totally 80%. Finally, the real examination in the examination is a 20%. So totally 100% of your success in the youth, every individual to work in this subject. The IGNOU students are studying the academic performance to develop in this the personal self-awareness. Point number 2, the every questions to answering in the problem solving. The learning the classes that it take the decision making. Any questions you analyze the critical thinking and the creative thinking to develop in the IGNOU study materials. So, this effective communication. So, handling the stress to everything to youth to control in the success of the persons. So, my dear students, the status of youth in India, education is very important for every individual to lead a productivity, meaningful and quality life. Education sensibilized and encourages youth to participate in the process of social, economical, and political developments of a society. The participation of youth is in decision making, as well as in development process, make them more responsible and inculcated ethical values with them. The issues related to good governance, social inclusion, tolerance, and peace get their attention, and the society at a large is benefited in this process. Due to dropout after a schooling literacy rate decrease among youth, every year a large number of Indian youth from Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, etc. go abroad for higher studies, because the education very strong in India. The new education policy 2022 to implemented in India, the creative thinking, analyzing, the job oriented of the subject. So especially to specific in the personal guidance. Due to the prospect for research, job, and the most of them are doing well and contributing to the economic of the visiting country after joining the workforce. So my dear youth, this is your nation. Your contribution of the skill, knowledge, and every part in our family to develop, every family in the develop in the state, every state in the development, the nation is development. The national one day, very coming soon, we are one of the, at present in the developing countries, in futurely, coming soon, we are a developed nation. Our former Honorable President Dr. Abdul Kalam vision in 2023, we are a developed nation. The right pathway our leaders are handling, the right choice of these opportunities. So today, unemployment rate of youth, the latest survey 2018 clearly include that the trend of jobless growth. Till recently, confident largely, if not only to organized sector, how spread to other sectors of the economic as the generalized situations. Hence, serious steps must be taken through the failure faced in finding missing linkage. Linkage means the causes between growth and employment. The growth without employment mostly affects and delay the largest and aim of $5 trillion economic goal of India by 2020. At present, our national infrastructure is developed, technology-wise very strong in the world countries. At present, the ISRO launching the satellite in Aditya. Another side, the education, higher education percentage also increasing. The rural and urban development, all the states, every department to contribute in the national development. So, In more recent initiatives, the minister launched Skill India on July 15th, 2017. The Skill India to prepare youth for job through skill development, to identify the youth who are the very interested in the particular job or trainer or some other specialization, that field, to identify. The Skill India has trained more than 2 million people since it's funding the works across 40 different sectors in the nation. So, the primary sector impacting the Indian workforce, including automation, demographic changes, globalization, and climate change. Demographic changes will likely have the biggest impact of the future of work as India is experiencing a youth. So, my dear students, this is your nation. Your every contribution in the job or education, or if giving the opportunity for other generation, all the aspects, the past experience. The present tense is a experiment. Future is a expectation. So, my dear students, we are one nation. The one nation, one education throughout India to develop in the target of these achievements. So, my dear youth, you are a focusing person. You are a ability person. So, you are achieving in the national development or state development or every department or academicians or non-academicians. We are anywhere field. You achieving personality because you are a youth. So, the Indira Gandhi Open University students are urban and rural. There are different types of, we are working in the condition they are studying. We are economical condition we are studying. The Indira Gandhi Open University very hard and smart work for the students community to development, the enrich program of this education. So many students are handling in the subject and graduation of this degree, the continuous process to achieving in the job also. So, the Union Public Service Commission conducting the 23 subjects, the optional papers. The optional papers in the main exam to majority the 80% subject to focusing in the IGNOU study materials, because the Indira Gandhi Study Center, one of the resource, the faculties, another one, the books materials. So, my dear young students, all are to join, to study in the happiness in the IGNOU study centers, or update your knowledge, you completion of UG, after then PG. So to everything in diploma, so many courses to awareness in your knowledge. So to good service in this your community, the one of the biggest throughout in India in IGNOU study centers. The quality of the education, the standardization of the books, materials, the experienced person of the faculty members. So these opportunities all are to admire, and you achieving to success in behind of these IGNOU. So my dear students, every year 12 months, 365 days, 8,760 hours, 52,000, 52 lakhs, 516 in the minutes, 3 crores, 15,000, 36,000 in the second in this year. So, my dear youth, you are a good opportunity in the our country. India, the I for independent, N for national, D for democratic, I for intelligent, A for area. So this is a new meaning of your generation. So you are intelligent. Your intelligence is a every subject, workplace, education, or service to help us our nation development. So my dear students, today the Youth and Development Day. So the Youth and Development Day, your day. So the regional organization, the regional center in Madurai, to conducting the webinar festival in the celebration of role of youth in the development of the nation. So you support the regional center, all the regional center in the IGNOU, and your youth development to start our regional center. The regional center students are to contribution in our families, economical status, to create the job, achieving personality, and every state improvement and the whole national improvement in our students community. This is your national in our achieving personality the person. So this is a very important day, the celebration. I also contribute, I also participate in this webinar. So I good opportunities to given the Indira Gandhi National Open University in the regional center in the Madurai. So thanks for the opportunity, and once again I meet for another time. Thank you very much.
A great, great thanks to the esteemed resource person, Professor Dr. K. Selvakumar from Periyar Maniammai Institute of Science and Technology, Tanjavur. During his elaborate lecture, Sir has covered various aspects and various dimensions of the youth empowerment, especially the skill development for the youth. Because nowadays, the government appeal every youth to be a job creator, not job seeker, because you have so many resource with you. You create, you invent, you innovate. So your development will be your family development. Your family will development will contribute to the society development that empowers our nation. So we have uh, you have listened your lecture, sir, with full of enthusiasm, and our learners also have got benefited. They got good message from you. They will take it for their good life in the future also. Uh, we request the students, if you have any doubts with the resource person, we open the floor for at least 5 to 10 minutes. You can raise your questions with the our esteemed resource, because he is guiding the students for preparation to the various UPSC and TNPSC like examinations also. He is the very good resource for us for the conducting the Swayam Prabha television channel live channel based counseling sessions in Tamil medium under RC Madurai for the BAG learners, especially for the political science and public administration. So it is open to you. If you have any questions, please come online and raise your question with the resource person. Anyone? If you have any questions relating to personality development, time management, then skill, knowledge, creativity, anything, you can raise your questions. I think no questions, sir, from the participants, because one question has come from Ria. How to prepare for compulsory language
Yes.
in UPSC?
Okay. Compulsory language means uh, your optional paper in Tamil, English, the so many papers, alphabetical order A to Z. For NEP, for Urdu also, Hindi also, Telugu also, Tamil also, Malayalam also, the language paper. So the language paper is first of all the optional paper, the 300 marks, the 300 paper 1 and paper 2. Actually, the paper to mainly to focus in this UG language paper in the 60% in the IGNOU study center materials. Don't worry. Another the prelims exam also, the language is here. Paper 1, the general studies is here. Each every question 1 mark in 100 questions in 2 hours. The another paper, the CSAT. This paper, language, arithmetic, reasoning, mental abilities. This is 80 questions. Each question 200 of marks. So, the government of India to relaxation for this paper, only 33% of the questions only right. So, below 33% is not eligible of the candidate. So, your choice for the language paper, the language is one of the strengthen in the Union Public Service Examination, because any concept you easily understand to narrate for this examination in adjective type or descriptive type. After that, the interview model you directed to face from these in the language. So the mainly to focus in the language. For example, in any other Telugu or Tamil or Malayalam students in the entry board, he or she preferable in the own tongue, mother tongue. The Union Public Service Commission accepted. So all the questions all to reply the answer in Tamil version or Telugu version or Hindi version. So my dear students, this is the great opportunities, especially the women candidate. There is no fees for the Union Public Service Commission. So my students all are to participate to focusing in the crack for civil service examination. This is one of the main focusing the language. Don't worry. You are a success of the candidate.
Any more questions? Even if you send email also, the resource person will reply at a later stage. He is very good and kind enough to guide the students in preparation of the competitive examinations. Now it is the time to conclude this webinar. As per directed by the IGNOU headquarters, we are having a National Center for Innovation. That according to the direction, we have innovation clubs at every regional centers with the membership of students also. This innovation club is periodically organizing various events. This is one among this the part of this series of webinar. We are also planning to conduct one more webinar about the startup during the National Startup Day during next week. That students interested may join during the next week also. The announcement will come soon. Uh, in spite of our best efforts, the resource person has spared his highly valuable time with us because he is so much busy with several engagements. Also, today is the time for leaving the many people to their home places for Pongal celebrations. In spite of this time schedule, the resource person has given us consent to deliver this lecture during this webinar. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Selvakumar sir, the assistant professor from the Department of Political Science, Periyar Maniammai Institute of Science and Technology, Tanjavur, for sparing your highly valuable time to deliver lecture to the IGNOU students. I extend my thanks to all the coordinators, those joined in this webinar, our staff members, who has taken meticulous effort in all aspects for timely conducting this webinar and helping us in recording this lecture, everything, and all technical support. I extend my thanks to the regional director for timely supporting us to make preparations for these arrangements and successfully conducting this webinar. Uh, as a, as a leader, with this leadership, we are conducting so many webinars in the earlier also. But the response, even though we are sending so many messages as well as emails, the response from the students are very low because they may have they are working adults. The IGNOU students are engaged with various activities. They find it difficult to join sometime in this kind of webinar. But we had a good participation for this webinar. I thank every one of you for participation in this webinar and gaining insights from the resource person. Thank you, one another.
Thank you, sir. Dr.
Thanks.
Selvakumar, very
Thank you. Thank
nice
you.
enlightenment to our participants. Actually, we would like to organize a session on this supporting the students for preparing UPSC examination. At your
Sure,
convenient time,
Yes,
we
I will.
will contact you. We can have a wider collection of students and discussion also. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.